So in my hand is the most talked about golf ball at the moment, the Amazon Core Basics ball. Let's see just how good it is, because it's great price. I'm going to hit driver, 7-iron, partial wedge shots, couple of chips and putts, and give you some feedback. Is this a ball the main manufacturers should be worried about? So I ordered these yesterday on Amazon, and as with everything, I pay for Prime, so next day delivery was unbelievably good, and they arrived in very typical Amazon packaging. Now, I was expecting to open this and have a dozen ball box inside, but as I opened it up, it was very uninspiring. The sleeve of balls straight inside, so kind of definitely saving a bit of money on packaging there. And to be fair, even the sleeves they came in felt cheap. Now, this is all about keeping price down, and I'll be honest, I don't really care how they are. What's more important is when you first take that out, it actually looks and feels like a good quality ball. So, like I said in the intro, I'm going to open up with driver, work down through the clubs I always test golf balls with. I always do indoor. I know people say they'd love to see me outdoor, but there's variables out there. I'm going to do my normal tests. I know my numbers, and let's just see how good the basic ball actually is. Right, so I'm really intrigued with this because, I mean, Amazon, everyone always does videos about like the cheapest ball on Amazon, this and this and this, but now Amazon are in the market, and will the golf ball lead to clubs and everything? So, driver, let's go. Let's see how good this ball is. So not bad. Definitely not been hitting these flush out the middle. Now that was the worst strike there, but ball speed still 148. But the spin's been very, very good. The solid ones and the slight mishits. So let's go one more off orange tee. A little bit low off the face. Again, not bad. Now, if I'm being honest, I've been moving around between tee heights lately, between pink and orange tee. So off orange there, definitely found what I have been, that my strike moved around a little bit and I hit up quite a lot. So let's go down to pink and just see if we can get the numbers I'm kind of expecting when I play my normal ball. It's a bit high up the face. Again, not bad. So far, kind of okay. I mean, I've not been flushing these by any means, but I don't think a review should be about the best ones all the time. So let's go one last one. Let's really try and get some speed for me and see what we can get. So again, kind of where I am at the moment, club speed. I think spin rate's good, ball speed's good. 249 carrying 286. So I would have loved to have seen 160 ball speed, but I'll be honest, that's a bit more down to me at the moment, not swinging as fast as I can do at times. But off driver, I thought that was a very, very good performing golf ball. So I always go to 7-iron next. Again, please comment below when I do golf ball reviews, equipment reviews, which I don't do loads of nowadays. Let me know what else you would like to see me do, but I know my numbers with 7-iron. So again, let's hit a few and see how this ball performs. That is very, very nice. Now, I'll be honest, I did see something the other night with My Golf Spice saying how it felt like a marshmallow when they hit it. I'm not saying it feels like a marshmallow from my perspective. Definitely feels soft. Now, I do play Pro V1X, which is a little bit kind of clicky off the face, but that definitely felt very soft off the iron. But it's great ball speed, decent spin, and 178 carry. It's definitely a little bit longer than I would probably see with my current ball, but that's still very, very good performance. Let's go one last one with 7-iron. Yeah, love that. Again, 122 ball speed, 175 carry, 5,500 spin. So to be fair, driver is a big tick. 7-iron is a big tick. The next one, my half swing, my 56 degree, is actually the way I choose my golf ball. So this is the one I'm personally most interested in. Let's see how good it could be. Right, so I fully appreciate this is kind of indoor, dry golf ball, clean dry wedge, but this is again how I'm getting my feedback to make sure when I'm outside, any little variables on there, I know that that's external stuff rather than how the equipment performs. So let's go. Half swing, 56 degree. Now, kind of as I expected there, that kind of felt like it slid up the club face a little bit. Definitely flew a little bit further than I would expect. And spin was actually very good, but nowhere near where I would normally see with my current ball, which would be near a kind of 8,500 to 9,000 revs. Okay, let's go again. Again, felt very, very similar. Popping up a little bit in the air. Spin kind of very, very similar, and carry very similar. Now, the one thing I would say is in the UK, I think I paid £17 for a dozen. I think the yellow ones were 22 for a dozen, so I'm not sure I'd be paying extra for yellow ball. I believe in the US, they are $14.99 for a dozen white, maybe $24.99 for 2 dozen. So actually price-wise, these are exceptional. Let's just hit one more from here and just see, because currently it's very, very consistent in how it performs. Yeah, very, very consistent. Like I said, maybe not what I'd be looking for with the wedges, but that still performs a lot better than some big manufacturers, much more expensive balls that I have tested. Now, the chipping. Not a great test this, but certainly just bouncing that on the face, that does feel very, very soft. Now, obviously, that's in the name, and I would say, again, that is another box ticked for somebody who likes a soft ball. And so far, I've got to be honest, value for money, this might be one of the best balls that I've ever tested. Now, this is always an odd one to test, I think, even if you're outdoors. So the ball I play is quite firm. I already know from the wedge shots and bouncing it on the wedge face, this is a much softer ball than I play. Let's just see with putter how it feels. Yeah, I like that. It feels good off the face. Definitely would take me a little bit getting used to. And I'm, as much as I'm enjoying the ball, I'm not saying I would play this ball, but definitely everything in the bag for me is a big tick. Price is good. Be interesting, because I will take this out and play a couple of 9 holes as to how kind of good they are and how durable they are. But certainly in here, I've only hit a few shots kind of in the screen, but there's no marking whatsoever on the golf ball. So I think so far it is looking very, very good. Right then, so the Amazon Basics Core Soft Golf Ball, or Soft Core Golf Ball. Once you get over the disappointment of that, and the fact that that is cheap and basic, I think that is an unbelievably good ball. I know from a couple of YouTubers that have contacted me, they actually mentioned how had I managed to get hold of that, because they've been trying for a couple of weeks. Now, they were obviously just out of stock in Amazon when they ordered, so I do think these will sell very, very quickly. I would probably say very like the Kirkland signature ball. I think these are cheaper. I personally think that's a better ball than the Kirkland ball, but I think they'll sell out very, very quickly. So if you are looking to try them, get them ordered. Comment below if you've tried them, let me know what you think. But all in all, for a first venture into the golf hardware business, I think Amazon are onto a winner.